NLE Choppa and Jonathan Majors is currently beefing. This is like
Who the hell is Jonathan Majors?
Beef I think I've ever witnessed on the internet.
Now, y'all know NLE Choppa, we exposed him for being a little bit of weirdo. Just a little, he on some weird type vibes, bro.
And it's pretty one-sided, to be honest. But why they're beefing and what they're beefing over is even more unexpected. So NLE Choppa,
Hope it ain't about
Jonathan
no
Majors, Kirk Franklin, Ray J,
who the hell is Jonathan Majors?
and others did a podcast together. And during this podcast, they discussed a lot of things. Now, NLE Choppa was the youngest person in the room. I think everybody there was 40 plus years old. NLE Choppa, I believe, is like 23 years old, 22 years old. And from the comment section, people felt like NLE Choppa wasn't willing to listen to certain things. He was talking as if he was an authority in that room when he should have been listening and kind of taking in the advice. Ray J called him out on it at some point during that podcast as well.
NLE is my, and he's smart. And he's his own. You carved out your own way, so you understand.
I would see that.
You understand by being your own.
What's with the bald head in the one button at the top, bro?
So nobody can really tell you nothing.
No, that's not
no,
true.
No. Let me just finish. Let me finish.
That's not true. That nobody can tell you.
No, I know. No, you listen. No, you listen.
You see how he tried to tell him some shit? He's like, no, you proving the point, bro.
No. You listen too. No. You listen too. But what I'm saying is, you're like, think about it. And I know your mom. I know you. Like, you manifested where you are right now.
Sir.
So you understand that.
The grace of God.
Cool. That's what you feel.
That's what I know.
Got it. Now, do you feel like you're at that experience level to where you can tell these and give these some advice?
No.
Like, really? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you can give Jonathan Majors some advice?
Do I feel I'm at that level?
Yeah, not successful.
No, that's a good question.
I'm talking about experience.
Knowledge-wise, right?
Yeah, do you feel like that?
I can only give what man is willing to receive.
That doesn't make any sense.
What? See, I don't like niggas like him, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? That's not what he just asked.
Well, that does just answer the question.
Break it down.
Do you feel like your experience in the world that you can give Jonathan some advice?
If he's willing to receive.
That's way out. I need to smoke a cigarette.
Technically, anybody can give anyone some advice, okay? A 9-year-old can give me advice. Vice versa, right? There's something to learn out of any and everything. But we're not talking about the technical definition here, no. We're talking about being in a room
advice
with
about
older men
what,
with
though?
experience, and they're discussing certain things that come with age, and NLE Choppa is inserting himself. I remember specifically, even before Ray J kind of said this, Kev on stage was chiming in and trying to give NLE Choppa some advice. Like, Kev on stage was pretty much bringing
I like
up
this podcast, though. I don't know exactly who everybody is, but I like this podcast, though.
Pretty much saying, hey,
I really actually love this
Labubu
podcast.
is the new toy fad. However, I lived long enough to where I've been able to experience other fads. I've been able to experience the Pokemon fad and other fads like the Tamahichi. I don't know what that is because I'm not that old. But he says, my daughter sees this Labubu and she thinks this is a unique experience.
Yeah.
When I've gotten a chance to not only experience the Labubu, but I've experienced other fads, and I know that within like a couple years, there's going to be something new and something else, opposed to my daughter who believes that this is going to be the biggest thing ever.
Right.
And that's because I lived through the experience of witnessing several fads, including this one.
One thing about young motherfuckers, though, young people think that we always think we the first ones to do some shit and we the best ones to do it, and old people don't know nothing about it because we this, and just some young person shit, though. I've been out of that thought process for a long time. And I know that it's nothing under the sun. It's new. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything has happened before or been done before.
Man, NLE Choppa was rushing this man. You could see as this man was trying to talk, actively NLE Choppa was trying to butt in, being impatient. Even at a point, NLE Choppa asks this grown man, what's the point, bro? Get to it, man. Finish up. I got something to say.
Line for 2 hours for a Labubu, and me and my wife and sister, and that's a difference. So Labubu's for her, it's the biggest thing in the world, and it's really just a stuffed animal.
Yes, sir.
So to her, this is the first time she's seeing it. It's on TV, it's on the news. At 42, I realized Labubu ain't nothing but Pokemon cards,
Yes, sir.
Beanie Babies, Tickle Me Elmo, Pet Rocks, Game Boys, whatever.
What's the point?
I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna get to the point. The point is,
he was moving as if Kev on stage had nothing valuable to say.
Right.
And he had all the knowledge. You feel me? But he's only 22 years old. That's essentially what Ray J was trying to say. It wasn't
if you really had some knowledge, you'll shut the fuck up and you will know that you don't know nothing. On bro grave, like, you know?
About, do you believe you could give advice? Because anybody can give advice. It's NLE Choppa unwillingness to really listen. He was speaking as the authority. I remember one specific instance where NLE and Jonathan Major kind of had a viral moment. Jonathan did come across as a tad bit snarky, but they was talking about the Bible. NLE Choppa was telling a room full of like Christian men, including like Kirk Franklin, who's like a preacher, I believe, or a minister.
Yeah.
He was teaching to them about the Bible. And he would tell them, man, I read the Bible, and Jesus is our brother. He's not our Lord and personal Savior. So we got to start treating Jesus like our brother instead of treating him like God. Jonathan Major stepped in and had a viral quote in response to NLE Choppa.
What we're dealing with a lot at this table is because we have had
people
make us feel bad.
You know why though? It's a thing where you have us here as people, you have God, and then this is what happened.
Look, he think he being smart right now. He's showing us some shit.
We gotta go through all these different things to get primarily the source. Primarily the source. You know what I have a problem with? One of the things I have a problem with, and it may be controversial. A lot of people may say this and may say that. I don't like, let me say it in a manner to where it's extremely intelligent. Let me think on it. In Christianity, it's a thing where
This is the same nigga who just 5 minutes ago, 5 days ago, look at the pinky. 5 days ago, however long ago it was, the same nigga that talking about his 1-2-year-old baby gotta fast and drink beet juice. So it's like, bro, you got some, like, you feel me though? Like, dang, you got you some, you woke a little bit, folks, but you so damn woke you sleep. You know what I'm saying though? Like, you're so woke, you're asleep, bro. Like, yes, you got some knowledge, but you have not lived long enough to really know what the fuck you talking about. So this is the time where you just shut the fuck up and you ask questions. You can challenge them, yeah, but you ask questions, bro. You don't try to tell a round table of 40-year-old grown-ass men some shit about life. That's not how
people praise the Son more than they praise the Father. And that's what I don't like.
Okay.
Because if we are man made in a likeness, Jesus is our brother. You get what I'm saying? Why would I drop down and praise my brother instead of praising my father? And that goes back to honoring your parents.
I just gotta say something.
What?
This the nigga that played on the, he played on, okay, I know who he is.
Have you read the Bible?
I read the Bible, I listen to the Bible, I receive from source straight.
I would say read it again.
Sir.
Let me ask you a question, Ray J. How has it been?
Jonathan Majors was dismissive. Kirk Franklin ain't even like respond to that, but he just moved on completely. He said, "All right, bro, right,
Yeah.
enough of that." Now, again, like Kirk Franklin is a minister. Like Jonathan Major grew up in the church. Like his mother is a pastor, so they probably have a.
They probably dismissing it on some like you don't understand everything that you talking about, but you're you coming at it like you telling us something instead of asking.
I didn't even think was like a Christian. I thought NLE Choppa was like some type of like super chakra, like Dr. Sebi, holistic type of dude. I didn't even know he was Christian, but apparently he is. Right now, I haven't read the Bible front and back. I don't know too much about the Bible, to be honest. 100%, I don't know. But I do know there is a discussion among Christians. There is a debate right? Where some Christians do believe that Jesus Christ is God, right? Because he's part of the Holy Trinity, right? Like Jesus is God and God is Jesus. While some believe that Jesus is the Son of God and he's not God specifically, right? I do know there was an entire council about this. I think it was like the Nicene Council, where like they actually like debated and put this on record that Jesus is God or Jesus is a part of the Trinity, which makes Jesus God as well, right? Because they're one and they can't be separated. At least from my little and limited understanding of the Bible, that's what I believe it says. I don't know. Please don't attack me. If that's not what it says, put it in the comment section and tell me.
Please don't attack me.
What did your church teach you? Is Jesus God? Is God Jesus? Let me know, okay? But NLE Choppa felt really dismissed and felt like he was being attacked by Jonathan Majors the entire podcast. Out. So afterwards, NLE Choppa did an interview with TMZ where he called out Jonathan Majors. Now, he called him out for some other things that raised a lot of eyebrows. Because a lot of people felt like, yeah, this is unusual, right? You don't call somebody out for this.
You recently kind of did a sit down with Kirk Franklin and Jonathan Majors was there.
Yeah.
And you guys were discussing Jesus, and you made a comment about, people can read about it, but you made a comment, Majors clapped back basically like, yo, maybe you need to read your Bible more. Because he didn't like the way that you interpreted it, I suppose, about Jesus being someone like, he was saying like, you were saying you don't pray to your brother. What were you trying to say?
I was saying you should appreciate your brother and honor your brother, but Jesus and God should not be on the same plane. It's a thing that people say, well, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit is are one.
All one.
That's true. That can be one, but that doesn't mean that they're on the same plane. So that's why you have a father. That's why you have a son. That's why you have children. So we're children of the Most High God. So we would never be on the same plane as God. I think the way I probably pronounced it probably created a little bit of misconfusion, but I mean, any person that really breaks down scriptures and breaks down God will understand that God sits here. There's nobody that sits on that throne with him or share the same vicinity.
Do you feel like there's an issue with Majors now, or are you good with Majors?
I feel like it's not an issue with Majors. I never had one. I do feel like it was tension going into the interview on his behalf because I've publicly said things, complimenting Megan Good about how he looks and stuff. So like during the interview, it was like certain moments to where like I just felt like he kept trying to use the Megan thing to like, you know how people, as kids, people wave stuff in your face like, hey, I got this, you ain't got that. Yeah. But it wasn't even that, bro. It was like, you know, I respect whatever, you know, union y'all have. But it was like he kept, during the interview, it was moments where it just felt forced and it felt unnatural with how he was bringing her into the equation. And even like he brought her into the equation and said, you know, no disrespect to the young brother as he looked off and like waved me off twice.
I actually remember that moment because I watched this entire podcast.
I ain't watching. I gotta watch it. I gotta be a little bit
down.
You ever had one of them days where everything seems to go wrong? I mean, you're just trying to grab a cup of coffee and BAM! You're tangled in a pile of boxes because the shelf is broken. And just like that, I realized sometimes accidents at work are more than just funny stories. They can actually change everything. Trying to handle a workplace injury on your own? It's like trying to fix the broken shelf yourself. More chaos, more headaches, and it's no guarantee that you'll get what you deserve. You got paperwork, insurance calls, and someone always telling you to wait. It's enough to make you wish you had a secret weapon. But here's the thing, there's a team of people that fights for people just like you. For over 35 years, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, has been winning cases when everybody else said it couldn't be done. In Florida, someone got $12 million after a work accident, even though the insurance was ready to offer just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a worker was awarded $26 million, which was 40 times the initial offer. These are not just numbers. They're real victories for real people, all thanks to the team that fights hard for justice. More than 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, like a legal squad ready to jump into action. They've recovered over $25 billion for clients. And they have a long history of helping workers get what they're owed. Because when you're injured at work, you shouldn't have to go at it alone. You can just click the link below or the QR code that's on your screen. No endless waits or confusing forms. Just a quick way to start protecting your rights today. So if you had an accident on the job, do not risk doing it alone. You can check out Morgan & Morgan, because even in the toughest workplace accidents, a strong team makes all the difference. And trust me, there's a reason why they're America's largest injury law firm. It's because they fight for the people just like you.
Like a man brought up his wife to rub it into his face that he has Megan Good and NLE Choppa don't. First off, okay, that's that man's wife. He could bring her up whenever he wants to bring her up. Okay,
true. I feel
if you guys don't know the Lord, NLE Choppa was
because I shit, motherfucker, I bring my wife up, and I'm gonna bring my wife. If anybody else's wife, shit.
On Jason Lee's podcast,
Crazy,
and
man.
NLE Choppa expressed to Megan Good that he had a crush on her and he wants to take her out. You know, she kind of, I believe, like hung up the phone or acted like she didn't hear it, and NLE Choppa kind of felt embarrassed. I guess that's the lore, right? He always wanted Megan Good. That was like his crush, but he never could get her because Megan Good, you know, paid him dust. So he felt like Jonathan Majors celebrating his wife, Megan Good,
was trying to rub it in front of you.
Was Jonathan Majors throwing it in his face that he had Megan Good and he don't. And the moment that he's referring to is when Jonathan Majors and NLE Choppa was going back and forth and arguing about, can you get out of that dark place alone, right? And where NLE Choppa says that, that you need other people to pull you out of that dark space, right? You need exterior motivation to get out of that dark place. Like Jonathan Major says, no, nobody can save you when you're in that dark place. And you need to find it within. Like, you need to find your like motivation to live within yourself. Even my wife couldn't save me. And she did enough for me. It was that moment where NLE Choppa felt like, oh, Jonathan Majors brought up his wife in an unnatural way. So hence he must be throwing it in my face that he has my childhood crush.
Oh, okay.
Both of y'all brothers shared, you shared what you almost did and you did not. I'm curious what brought you out of that. Like, how did you, what was your thought process to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to live. You know what I mean? Like, how did you, because I imagine those things don't just magically go away, and that thought might be in the back of your mind. Like, how do you process? How do you pull out of that?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kev. I think for me, NLE and I was talking about it earlier, right? He was talking about how his daughter, right, your daughter, right, has given him a reason to live.
I mean, listen, guys. There's a lot going on right now at this table. I got a lot going through my head right now.
Give us some.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because, I mean, yeah, like I found my wife in my lowest moment of all time. You know what I mean? I found my wife, and that's awesome. Like,
she's an amazing woman.
She is.
I don't know. This ain't giving. He was trying to rub it in your face, like that's not really what I'm getting from this right now.
Amazing. That's what we do at the house when we start feeling good about being married. You just yeah. So I found my soulmate. You know, I found my queen. You know, in that moment, we found each other rather. I'm just gonna move through it really quick, but I got something to say, right? So it's like this. So in that space, like I hear you, young brother. Like, I hear you. You know what I mean? I really do. And I hear you too, Kev. But in that dark space, like nothing.
I didn't get that dismissive either. Like he looking at him.
Sorry, like bad news, Kurt. Like nothing's getting you out. Nothing's getting you. Like, and no one's talking about that. Oh, my babies. Oh, my career. Oh, my life. Oh, my. No, that's horse shit. That's horse shit. If it wasn't, if you had something to hold on to, you wouldn't be in that space.
Wow.
You know what I mean? My baby girl wasn't gonna get me out. My mama told me I can't get you out.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Megan couldn't get me out.
And your mama preacher.
My mama preacher.
And your mama
you know what I mean? Like,
preacher.
no one's talk about that. Like we can talk about like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I feel like, let's cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, out of the dark place. Right?
I disagree. I disagree.
Well, respect, young brother.
The role leads back to two. No man, no woman, no kid, no pet can, but God can. The role leads back to two. And my thing is this. If we understand the connect, man, listen, I just sat down for 3 to 4 months. I took a break. I could have made $4, $5, $6, $10 million. I left it all on a plate to sit down because something in my spirit wasn't right.
I didn't read that as Jonathan Majors throwing his wife in NLE Choppa's face.
No, it's like he trying to compete, folks. He trying to, goddamn it, he trying to like assert himself as to be on the same level. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you not listening to understand. You listening because you trying to show these old niggas think they know something. Let me show them these niggas I'm just as up as them. But it's nothing you're gonna do in 22 years. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of old niggas that you should not listen to. Don't get me. It's a lot of dickhead ass old niggas. Do your homework. You feel me? It's a lot of old niggas that don't know they ass from the back of their hand. But majority of older men can teach you something about life that you have no idea at 22 years old. Now, if an old man tries to argue with me about social media, if an older man tries to argue with me about a younger dude about how dating is nowadays or whatever, you have no argument. But if you're trying to tell me something about, like, I remember when I was getting married to my wife, we was at the courthouse, and people seen us, like, you know what I'm saying, seen us like with her bridal stuff on, my groom stuff on, and it was older people walking up to us telling us shit. This is shit that I've heard a million times. But I shut the fuck up. I stuck my chest out. I opened my ears and I listened to these older people tell me, always do this, do that. Make sure you do this, do that. Okay, I'm downloading the data because I'm looking at you. You got gray hair, bro. Like, it's nothing I'm about to tell you. You're an older man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You giving me game right now. At 27 years, I was 26 at the time. At 27 years old, nigga, when you telling me something, I'm listening, folks. You know what I'm saying? Period. I'm listening, even if it's some shit I disagree about, even if it's some shit I already know. I'm going to listen because I just don't know everything, and I know that, shorty. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's gonna make me wise beyond my years, because I'm willing to listen to these older people. If I'm not willing to listen to older men at that, not even just older people, older men, if I'm not willing to listen to you, I'll never be at your intellectual level. You feel me? And the reason y'all, the shit that I say on this channel and every other channel and every other video and whatever, interview, whatever I do, like, y'all are hearing words of wisdom that I got from older men. I didn't come up with this shit. This is shit that I learned from older niggas. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's be through YouTube or through the streets, through church, wherever I learned it from. And I'll try to give the younger niggas like y'all that's watching some game that I didn't have when I was probably, or, you know. So that's the only thing I'm picking up. Like, it's like he trying to, like,
read that personally as Jonathan Majors trying to give NLE Choppa some game.
Right.
Like, for real. You know, and it's just different perspective. Nobody has the answer to life, bro. Everybody deal with things differently. If you need that exterior motivation to get you out that dark place, that's what you need. If you don't need it, I think Jonathan Majors was trying to OG NLE Choppa, but NLE Choppa,
he wasn't going for it.
Jonathan Majors giving credit to his wife, giving credit to
But you know, young niggas, he 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? Young niggas, especially around his age, 22 and shit. I mean, this nigga was born in 2003. So niggas around his age usually it's like I don't know. It seems like the young niggas nowadays, they ain't trying to listen to no old nigga. They just not. I don't know. It's just I don't know.
For holding him down and shouting out his wife as
no OG. I wouldn't
to
say
me, it's
old.
kind of like, bro, you can't do that, man. That's I understand you have a crush on Megan Good, but that's that man's wife. He could shout her out if he wants to, bro.
For sure.
Without you feeling attacked. But NLE Choppa felt like that particular moment, what you just heard was an attack on him, and he felt like what Jonathan Majors did was wrong.
Right. And then he looked up at the guy in front of him and made eye contact with him and said, and no, to you as well, Kev, but you did not look at me. You made no eye contact. You brushed me off and then proceeded to disrespect me. You feel me? So it was like, I just knew what was really going on behind the scenes. I knew that was something that he was pressed about.
When you're on a platform like Kirk Franklin, you kind of go into it thinking like, hey, we're about to talk about spirituality
and that's the thing
like
too.
Keep it positive.
Yeah, bro, that's the thing too. As I'm going into this meeting, I'm sitting down at this table. It's just I felt certain things were just like wasn't of reflection what I feel like Kirk stand for, and I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect to Kirk, I know he's just trying to do his thing, and I know he's, he was trying to mediate everything, but I do feel like, even the lineup was just kind of like, it was just kind of weird to me.
What's your message to people that look to you to hear a good word?
I mean, the main message that I was trying to even leave at that table was just seek God, seek Him as much as you can, and seeking Him does not always have to start in a church. It doesn't have to start with a Bible.
I agree with that message. Seek out your own relationship with God. If you don't believe in God, that's your right. I'm not pushing on you, but if you do believe in God and you feel like you're not as close in your faith as you should be, seek out the relationship with Him privately. Seek it out. I'm telling you, man. Any problem you have, any type of difficulty, any type of issues you're having, I can almost guarantee you, man, He's the solution. All right? I was broke, homeless in 2019, down bad, ain't have a cent to my name.
Me too.
Ain't have a car.
Well, I had 2019. I don't think I had a car in 2019. I think I got a car early 2020, like right before the pandemic. Like the pandemic really hit like March. I probably got that car like January. I was broke as hell 2019 though. Like I ain't have a job. I ain't have a car.
You ever been homeless without a car? It's not fun at all. Now look where I'm at. And that's because I exalted Him when I had nothing. I exalt Him when I have everything.
Okay.
And I would exalt Him if I ever lose everything.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to exalt that man in public and in private. And if you're somebody who believe in that man, I'm telling you, man, He's going to give you everything you ever asked for. Even now, when I pray to God, I don't ask God for more wealth or more money or more material things. No, I ask Him to strengthen my character.
Shit.
I ask Him to make me wiser.
I ask for that too, though.
That's what I want, right? And again, I might fall short at times, right? I might resort back into certain things that I shouldn't at times, but right now, bro, like the only thing that I'm trying to do is to just carry out His will, right? Like, which is why, like a lot of y'all, bro, trust me, I see the messages, Flacco, this YouTuber said this, blah, 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 blah. I'm not engaging. Like, I don't engage with meaningless drama at this point.
Yeah.
With other people. I don't beef. I don't have ops.
Oh, God.
No, bro. Like, I'm trying to serve Him and exalt Him and carry out His will. And if I fall short, I fall short at times, But, yeah, bro, like, I left all the nonsense, all the back and forth beefing with other content creators, bro. That's beyond me. Like, I'm not engaging in that.
100,
right? I'm trying to push forward.
This was a grown conversation, grown video. Probably not gonna get the most views, but I think it was necessary, folks. Sometimes we need that grown shit, Speaking of grown, I wanna start a podcast where I just give out. I want to start a few podcasts, but I want to start a podcast specifically for younger niggas, and I want to give game on that podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, 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 really want to give game on that podcast. So I'm trying to come up with something grown. You know what I'm saying? Some grown. You know what I'm saying? Some grown, some smart. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to start some funny shit where I just talk about shit. You know, so talk about some funny, goofy shit. You feel me? But yeah. Grown video, gang. This is a grown ass man video right here. Do your homework on grown men.